So here's another bank camp story. And when they involve women, it's usually world-class, beautiful women, and she's no exception. Her name was Kathy, I believe. I don't remember her real name. We're going to call her Kathy for the sake of this story. And she was strikingly world-class beautiful. Great big lungs, little bitty waist, apple backside, had a back strap like a mule deer, and a butt like a quarter horse. And great big lungs and beautiful to look at in the face. Blonde hair down to her waist, dressed real sexy, and what makes it a bank camp story is she worked for a mortgage company I did business with back in the 80s. And I tried to work on that girl every time. Yeah, she never would give it up though, because she had a fiance that was, why do they always have fiancés? Why do they always have fiancés? That was a doctor in Galveston, and she was about to mess up her dream over old dad, okay? A redneck real estate agent. Anyway, old Kathy got a little mad one day. I walked in their office, and she wasn't in there, and the other two girls were freaking out. I was like, girl, what y'all freaking out about? They said, we can't find Kathy, we lost Kathy. It's like, what do you mean you lost her? Like she didn't come to work? No, she came to work, Richard, she came to work. But she never came back from lunch. I said, well, where'd she go? And they said, we don't know, she's in the building. No, we saw her walk up, we watched her walk in the building, because you could look from their office. You could look down and see the parking lot that they parked in and see the front door. And they saw her walk in the building. She poked her head in the office, and then she ran out giggling, because the whole reason she went to lunch by herself that particular day was their regional manager had come down from Dallas and took the loan officer to lunch, but didn't invite the girls. And he took the loan officer to lunch because his office was doing so well. Well, them girls is what makes the files fly through his office. And Don, for whatever reason, didn't tell him, no, you're taking everybody. Didn't tell his boss that. He just took the accolades and told the girls he'd be back in a couple hours. And he went and had lunch with the boss. Well, it made old Kathy mad. You know what I mean? She got mad. So she went to Steak and Ale, treated herself to lunch, and got champagne silly wasted. Champagne bad wasted. Well, she came back to the office, and she was really trashed. And the girl said, Richard, you got to find her. If Don comes back and she finds her and sees her like this, he's going to fire her. And she needs this job. It's like, okay, I'll go find her. So here I am, charged with finding this beautiful blonde girl that dressed sexy as heck. Micro mini skirts, stilettos, blouses that barely kept them lungs intact. And she said, champagne silly drink. Well, she wasn't allowed to drink. I already knew that much about her because her fiance didn't allow her to drink, because sometimes she acts poorly when she drinks. And now here I am, charged with getting her out of the building. And she drinks poorly and acts naughty when she does. Winning! Thank you, universe! I'll help you girls. I'll get her out of here. So I go up and down all the hallways, and on that floor, I went to the next floor, found her on the 8th floor. And the 8th floor had 1-foot square tiles like a checkerboard, black and white. And she was playing a hopscotch, throwing one stiletto, which is all she had left. We don't know. We never did find the other stiletto. One stiletto, she's using it like a marker stone when kids play hopscotch on the sidewalk, and she was doing hopscotch, singing some little silly hopscotch song. And I said, Kathy, come on, girl. You got to come with me. We got to get you out of this building before Don comes back, or he's going to fire your butt. And she's like, okay. She's champagne silly drunk. So I get her out to the truck, and we went into the driver's side door. And she slides in, and she sits right next to the steering wheel, like she's sitting right next to where I'm going to sit. And I slide in there, and she throws my ankles up on the dashboard, dude. And dude, that micro miniskirt ain't covering up much. and she ain't got no drawers on. It ain't covered up nothing really. It was a long drive across that interstate. I said, girl, where's your car? She said, Stankinell. I said, is there somebody I can call? Well, my phone is my car. I said, well, where's your car? Stankinell. Well, I crossed the freeway, the overpass, going to the Stankinell. I said, all right, where'd you park? She said, over there. I said, how many rows back? Because it's a mall parking lot, okay? It's a freestanding building, but it's inside a mall parking lot. There's cars everywhere, hundreds and thousands of cars, because it's a busy mall. It's a real popular mall. So I said, how far back from the restaurant did you park? She said, 3 rows or so. We drove up and down all them rows until we got about 8 deep, and I said, Kathy, we're not finding it, girl. We're not finding your car. We've driven all up and down all these roads, and what kind of car is it? It's a little bitty white one. It's like, Kathy, you gotta be more specific than that, girl. I mean, a little bitty white one, there's a lot of little bitty white ones. I said, girl, you know what? I got an appointment in 2 hours, which gives me just enough time to drive you to my house and let you sleep it off at my house, and I'll come back and get you when I'm done with my appointment. So she decides she's good with that, and I'm thinking to myself, here's this girl that acts naughty when she's drunk, and she's drunk. She puts her hand on the inside of my thigh. Oh, heck. Dude, it was really hard to keep my eyes off what was underneath that mini skirt when the ankles was up here and that skirt ain't covering nothing, you know what I'm saying? It was really hard to keep my eyes on the road, but I made it to Center Street, Deer Park, where I lived at the time. And we're driving down Center Street, and she's silly, and she's playing, and she's joking, and she's laughing, and being silly, champagne, silly drunk. And then she stops, all of a sudden just kind of stops. And I hear that, I'm like, oh no, I look over there, she's thinking to lose it, dude. So I pull in the first driveway combined, right? And I jump out and get on I'm gonna grab her out the driver's side, but she lays down on the seat. I'm like, oh no. So I gotta run around and I open the passenger side door and I grab her by underneath the arms and I drag her out. She just sprays the windshield. And the side of the door. I'm like, oh man. And she falls down and is on her hands and knees, just giving it up. I'm holding that pretty blonde hair out from underneath the puke, you know, keeping it out of the puke. And she just gives it all up, dude. And there's already an employee standing there freaking out, retching, and I'm sitting there like, you know me, I don't really get sick like that, so I'm not really retching, but I'm like laughing. And she goes to sit up, but before she does, she's looking at the big mess she made down there, and she said, I had rice for lunch. Which there was rice all over that sidewalk. So I turned around and I looked to see exactly where we're at. And we're right in front of a Taco Bell that's got an all-glass front. And everybody in there that had a taco or some piece of thing to eat something just stopped with their mouths all open going, Yeah, I know you had rice for lunch, baby. Guess what? They all did too. So the manager comes running out there and says, mister, I can see your dilemma, but you got to get her out of here, dude. You got to get her out of here now. I said, dude, I am not getting in that truck with all that vomit in there. I'll be losing my lunch too, and I'm driving. We'll be wrecked. You know what I mean? You don't want that on your head. Get somebody to clean that truck out. I can't do that. I mean, I can't do that. So he sends every employee that from the Taco Bell out there with rags, and they can get my truck clean, clean enough where I can stand it. And I stuff her silly butt back in the truck and take her to my house, and I'm like, oh yeah. I said, girl, come on. I drag her up the stairs, her drunk butt. I drag her drunk butt up the stairs, and I tell her, girl, take your clothes off and go get in the shower and wash yourself off, and I'll go see if my neighbors will wash your clothes for you, rinse them out, and and dry them for you. Well, I had a real cool neighbor chick, and Elaine always helped me out with things that girls do for guys sometimes, and I helped her with some of the things that guys do for girls. And so I said, Elaine, I really need you to wash these for me, girl, and dry them real quick and press them or whatever they need. She said, whose is this? I said, long story, I'll tell you later, and I did tell her later. But so she washed her clothes and cleaned them up, and I'm thinking to myself, okay, let's get back upstairs where the drunk girl that acts naughty is taking a shower naked. Wow! Well, I walk in the house, the apartment, this is an apartment, and I walk in the apartment, and my phone goes off. I wish I'd have not looked at it, because I was fixing to win, dude. I was fixing to win. I was fixing to win big, because she was already acting all naughty. And it was a developer, customer of mine, that I can't not ignore him. You know what I mean? If he calls, I gotta answer the phone, because he don't call for nothing. So I answered, and it was Dick. And he said, Richard, I got somebody you have to meet, and they're only in town for today, and they only have an hour to meet you. Can you be in Pasadena, Texas in an hour? Well, yes, I can. So I had to leave her, and I told her, hey, clean up, go lay down in the bed, go to sleep, sleep it off. And Elaine's got a key to my house, and she'll let herself in. I'm gonna tell her on the way out that you're in here passed out, and she'll bring your clothes when she's done with them. And so I went to meet Dick, and I'm hoping against hope that when I get back home, that girl's passed out naked in my bed still. Well, she wasn't. She got a little snap, I guess, and put on her clothes, and found a way to get a ride to her car, I guess, and never did get to hit it. But man, if Dick Pierce hadn't called me, I woulda. I hate you, Dick Pierce. I hate you. I had rice for lunch. Yeah, yeah, you did. I had rice for lunch.